Moving on, tensions are running high over a troop-sharing deal between the U.S. and South Korea that fizzled out. Both the countries failed to agree on South Korea's contribution towards hosting American troops even after 2 days of negotiations. Meanwhile, the U.S. has stated that it will stick to its $5 billion a year demand. However, lawmakers have claimed that the U.S. is seeking up to 5 times of what South Korea had agreed to pay. Meanwhile, the U.S. has retaliated, saying that $5 billion is not a number that they are currently looking at.
And that is why I say that's not a number that we are currently focused on in the negotiations. But beyond that, these are private discussions between two close allies. And so I think when we reach an agreement, we'll be in a position to explain that number and how we got there.
The current cost-sharing agreement is due to expire at the end of this year. Defense functionaries of the U.S. and South Korea are expected to meet in January. U.S. President Donald Trump has accused South Korea of being a rich country which is profiting off the U.S. military forces. They have been stationed in South Korea since the 3-year Korean War, which began in 1950. Let's now get to the latest from India, where a curfew has been imposed in several cities to stop the nationwide protests against the amended citizenship law, the Citizenship Amendment Act. Permission to protest was denied in almost all states by Thursday morning. Thousands of protesters from Uttar Pradesh, parts of Karnataka and the national capital hit the streets despite the curfew being imposed. Hundreds of protesters were taken into custody as they defied Section 144, the prohibitory order, in the national capital as well. The Delhi-Haryana border was sealed to stop the entry of protesters who tried to make their way to Red Fort. This has led to major traffic snarls across Gurugram. 2 buses were set on fire in Sambhal area of Uttar Pradesh. Vehicles were torched in Lucknow area, following which police used tear gas shells to disperse protesters. Police used batons on protesters in Gujarat's Ahmedabad. Telecom service providers like Airtel, Vodafone and Reliance Jio have suspended internet, voice and messaging services in various parts of the national capital. Meanwhile, the Delhi High Court has asked the centre and the Delhi police to respond to a plea seeking a fact-finding inquiry into the violence in Jamia University in New Delhi. But the students have been denied any interim protection. This invoked sharp reaction from students and lawyers who resorted to sloganeering in the High Court.